Hey guys, this is Jesse with Permofit. Here I'm back here outside my starter that I rebuilt in a previous video, or tore apart, cleaned, and relubed. The brushes, I believe, finally went out. I had to push start my car this morning. It was a pain in the butt. So I've already disconnected the ground on the battery, or the negative. There is the starter. See, it's fairly clean on the top because I cleaned it. Got to disconnect some bolts and some wires. I'm going to try to take you along. It's a pain in the butt under there, but I have a little bit of light. And I'll show you how to take it off. I have a rebuild kit. We'll rebuild it, put it back together, and test fire it. Alright. So here we are under the car. Here's the starter. It's not as clean underneath here. It has an oil leak, which I have a gasket for, and when I have time I'll actually do something about it. So on this particular starter, this is a 98 Sunfire, you got to remove this guy and, let's see, that guy. In order to, and all these do is hold a little retaining plate in order to get to this guy and this guy. And once you get those out, the whole thing drops free. But you need to get, let's see, you guys have a better view than I do. You need to get the wires off here, and it's pretty straightforward on which ones are which. So I will see if I can set the camera down so you can see, and see what I can do. Let's see if I can give you a view here. You can't really see much here, but what I'm doing is I'm matching up the sockets with the bolts so that way I can pull it out. And I'm trying to show it to you, but I didn't realize how much the exhaust blocked the view, so I just decided to speed this up 800% and just try to get through it. All I'm doing is matching up the bolts and removing them. That's it. Getting the right camera angle here is a pain in the butt. There was barely enough room for me to get my chest under the car, even with it jacked up. So I'm just trying my best to get a decent camera angle and show you kind of what's going on. Okay, so I got the wires disconnected. I'm going to take the bolts out and see if I can drop the starter on my head. See if I can do this one-handed. Drop that out. Alright, I got the starter out. Time to tear into it and to tear into the rebuild kit. See, there's what's left of the brush. It's totally done. Alright, so I just got the brush assembly off the back of the starter, and I have to apologize for the poor lighting, but as you can see where I'm pointing, the brush is totally gone. The focus is a pain on this camera, it's autofocus. But anyways, it's just the wire hanging there, where the other ones, the wire goes into the brush.